the- Hello and welcome to the Painfully Stupid podcast. I'm your host, Stakeout, and these are my co-hosts, Luke,
Hello.
Tyler, and DJ, special guest,
Yo,
the offline DJ.
that's me.
So, boys, anything happened lately?
Not really.
I,
No.
s- I,
No
s-
new
I
news?
slept a lot. It snowed. That was pretty
Yeah,
new.
it snowed. I fucking halfway through my stream, I had to walk outside for a minute, fucking come back in. I'm just covered in snow because it's just
Were you
coming
peeing?
down. Yeah, I had to piss.
Is this because you don't have a bathroom?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. DJ, tell us a bit about yourself, sir.
Well, my name's DJ. 19 years old. Be 20 in March. I'm originally from Georgia. I am currently serving with the U.S. Navy, and I play a lot of video.
Vidya games?
Yeah.
Do you
video.
have family that serves?
I have a lot of veteran family members. No one currently serving.
Wait, is that what like pushed you in that direction?
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't really like school, so I thought joining the military would give me the opportunity to get a little bit of life experience and just kind of get around school. But now that I'm here, this place is basically college since I'm learning how to do my job, and I'm I'm not really sure I joined the right branch for what I wanted to do.
do you do you think that you're going to keep with it, or is this just like a you kind of figuring shit out so you're there?
Um, a little bit of both. I'm thinking of actually swapping over to the army after this contract. I actually made a running joke with one of my friends that I'm just gonna do a contract in every branch, and I'm eventually gonna get to the Space Force and just be the most stacked motherfucker there. Be
Yeah.
like the top dude in the Space Force, just chilling in some office, and some new guy's gonna walk past me, just seeing all my ribbons and shit, and is gonna be like, "God damn, that dude stacked bodies or some shit."
How does that work? You said contract when it comes to like serving time. Because like I'm assuming it's difficult to gauge hours. Is it like a salary?
Yeah, so it's a salary-based thing, and depending on your branch and your job, the contract can last from like 4 to 8 years. I'm on an 8-year contract, with 6 of that being active duty, and then 2 of that being reserve.
So like you're tied to where you're at for at least 8 years.
Unless they decide that they want to kick me out for some reason, pretty much.
So how many years in are you?
I actually just celebrated my 1 year on November 2nd.
And you're 1 year in, and now you're realizing that you maybe have joined the wrong like branch.
Yeah, but the good news is I will keep my rank if I go into another branch. So, what that means is all I'd have to do, like if I go to the army, is all I'd have to do is make it through boot camp, and
Oh, I
then I'll
see.
be back to where I was.
But do you think when it comes to knowledge and what you're doing, even if you're a higher rank in one branch, you think that in a different branch it would be so vastly different that it would be very difficult to do the current position that you would be in a different branch from scratch?
Um, Honestly, no, because like all of the learning shit that you go through in boot camp, it's pretty simple. It's called basic training for a reason.
Yeah.
All it really is trying to get you into that military mindset of, hey, you're waking up and going to bed at these times. You're getting this number of meals per day, and when somebody tells you to do something, you do it.
I see. I see. That's really cool. Luke, I couldn't help but notice your little fashion statement there.
Oh, I love it.
It's really,
Love it.
really bright.
Here,
I can't be
I'll
bothered.
join you.
Like,
Is it
Join
as
me.
bright as your future though? That's the real question. I
yes.
Right.
believe.
I
See-
was wondering. Sorry, go on.
He's wearing American glasses. I'm wearing Australian glasses.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
that's why they're like this. He's upside down for me.
Oh,
and for him,
Yeah,
I'm
oh,
upside down.
I get you.
I see what
Alright.
I
Beautiful.
can't do that.
He's
without-
American.
There we go.
He's
There we go.
American. You gotta love it.
I
Luke,
can put
where's
him,
It's
I can put in my
fucking-
bold t-shirt, my bald eagle t-shirt.
Yeah, do it.
I'll do
Yeah.
that.
Oh my
Alright,
gosh.
give me a minute.
Let's do it.
Brock, how did you guys
I
meet?
got something for him too.
Who?
You and good old interviewee over here.
Oh, DJ?
Yeah.
Fuck. Was it originally through Aaron or was it through Gank?
I actually think it was through Buck.
Was it through Buck?
I think so.
Because I remember that I met Aaron and Gank before I met you.
Yeah.
And I met Gank through Aaron, and I met Aaron through Buck. Same with Sorry. I met Sorry through Aaron.
Yeah. I think I met you through Buck
Okay.
because I don't remember who it was, but someone that I was watching rated out to Buck, and then he rated out to you one night.
Oh fuck yeah, Luke.
Oh fuck yeah! I
Beautiful.
think I've got one more thing that might just overshine that.
Push
Hold
it
on.
over the
You
edge.
haven't- You have an Australian.
We have an Australian that
Luke.
wants freedom.
Luke, you will forever and always be the life of the party.
Yes. Oh, I have to do.
I present to you the Ranger panties.
Oh,
The best part is, this is
Wait a
what it
minute.
says on the inside. Oh wait, you can't read it. Hold on.
Fuck,
Fuck
yeah.
Nice. Give me a minute. I'll be right back.
Are those regulation?
Unfortunately not.
Can you wear them under your uniform?
Oh yeah, under my uniform, they can't do shit about it. They're not gonna strip me down.
I mean, technically, you're naked under your uniform. I'm sure that you're not allowed to be naked, so they won't know.
have you?
Exactly.
I have a question. In boot camp, because you went through boot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever fuck up and they made you mop the rain like they do in the movies?
I didn't mop rain. That's for sure.
Okay. What were your punishments? Like your worst punishments for fucking up in boot camp? Because this is interesting. I like asking people this question.
I had to shine the bedposts. Like these are metal bunk beds, right? And the clearance between them is like maybe 2 feet. So like every night, every morning, every time I got up, I'd sit up and I'd fucking hit my head on the fucking top rack. And I fucked up real bad one day because like I was a road guard, right? We go out, we stop traffic, and an ambulance was coming, and I couldn't hear one of the leaders yelling at me to back up over the sound of the ambulance. He gets up to me, he pulls me back by my collar, and he's like, "All right, talk to me when we get back." And I'm like, "Oh fuck." We get back, and he's like, "Since you want to be a fuck up, you're gonna clean up your mess in a different way." I'm like, "All right." He's like, "You see that rag over there?" Yes. "You see that pine saw?" Yes. "I want every single rack in this compartment to shine like your shoes within 2 days." And there's
So-
like 80 of these metal beds, and I somehow actually managed to get it done.
So did you have to do your normal shit on top of that, or is it like,
Yes.
oh, Jesus?
So like, so technically we're not supposed to be up past like 10 p.m. in boot camp
Mhm.
unless we're on watch. I just got good enough at memorizing when the important people came in at night So every night I'd be up to like almost time to get up, just shining away at them. I hear I hear the dudes on watch mumble something about hearing somebody coming. I just hit the deck. I'm just laying there, like holding my breath, just waiting for them to do what they have to do and leave.
Jeez.
Because it's a it's a bare fucking like hallway. It's got this kind of wall and like linoleum floors, and they're always in their dress shoes or their steel toe boots. So you can hear that shit click, click, click as they're coming down the hall.
That's fucking insane. I don't
Bef-
know
be-
why anyone would want to be subject to that. I don't know.
Before we
alone-
continue, Luke, can you flip yourself back to normal, please?
Enough being American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, we got
Any other like worst punishments, Teach?
Um, well, it's not really a punishment, but I got sick for like a week.
Mhm.
And so I had to make up a lot of trainings. And this is a decently sized base, right?
Mhm.
So whenever you have to make something up that the rest of your like platoon or division is doing, you have to run your ass over there in your steel toe boots.
Yeah.
So I missed like 3 big training things, and for like 4 days straight, I'm running like 5 miles one way in these steel toe boots, and I just absolutely hated
Mm.
myself after that week. It
Damn.
was insane.
Do you feel
But y-
like sorry. go
But
on.
you never had to mop the rain.
I can definitely say I never had to mop rain. I had to mop a lot of
Awesome.
stuff, but
Blood?
Not rain.
not rain.
Your camera froze. Oh, there it goes. You're back.
So how's the Wi-Fi?
Honestly, it's pretty garbage. I mean, I'm paying $80 a month in this barracks to give 5 devices 50 megabytes of speed.
What? I'm in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. I pay $60 for 100 fucking megabytes for anything. Why
Yeah,
the why
DJ's in Cali though, aren't
You
you?
guys are getting megabytes.
yeah.
I
I was gonna say, I've been watching
Those-
enough of the podcast to know the Australians would be happy to have that.
the sad
Actually, I
noises.
can't
When,
talk. Mine's
sad
pretty
noises.
good.
Sad
My-
noises when you find out that Australia has worse internet than Ethiopia.
but they got food.
Oh my God, Tyler! Tyler!
Underwater!
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
So I'm not familiar with like with you. Like I haven't. Do you stream?
Yeah. I
that-
used to. I'm on hiatus right now because my grades started slipping, and this is pretty much my dream job. I've always wanted to be a translator.
Oh, so wait, like like for the Navy, you want to be a translator?
I just wanted to be a translator in general, and I figured this was the cheapest way of achieving that goal.
What
So-
languages do you know?
So before I joined up, I had English, Spanish, and German under my belt. I'm currently learning Arabic, which is causing the Spanish and German to go to absolute shit, and it's also deteriorating the English.
That's interesting. Do you
So
see
when me no
correlations?
speaking good, it be why.
Do you see correlations between the languages?
I actually have. There's a lot of cognates between Spanish and Arabic because of um, way back when I think it was
Reconquista times.
yeah, like right before the Spanish Inquisition and all that, when the
Nobody
like,
expects it.
Arabian Empire had conquered the majority of the Iberian Peninsula.
Yeah, that's is that the Umayyad Caliphate?
I
Right?
believe so. I believe it's
Umayyad?
the Umayyad.
Umayyad? Yeah, the Abbasids were Jerusalem and Egypt territory
Nerds.
next to the Tilinids.
Yeah, I'm a history nerd, so this also kind of fits in.
Well, so do you think when your contract is up, you're gonna still want to be a translator, but just for like a different branch, like you were
Um,
talking about?
yeah, I mean that's kind of what the plan is with the army. Um, but like at the same time, I've always wanted to be one of those door kickers. So um,
You mean the guys that go in first?
yeah, like ranger
Ah,
shit.
ah.
Like if I had the fucking like physical ability, I would have joined up as a SEAL.
Now, so you're a year in. Do you feel the need to
Speed.
buy a charger yet, or is that stereotype?
I Funny enough, one of my buddies here has a charger and he took me out in it and we were hooning around a parking lot. We got pulled over because it was on some college campus. But he started talking to me about it and like it's actually not as expensive as people make it out to be. Like he got a really good interest rate. The insurance is cheap because it's purple and it's a four-door and a V6.
The
So
color has
Why-
to do with it.
Yeah,
yeah,
if it's a red
if
car,
car.
the insurance is going to cost more
Why?
because
Red's
There's some
faster.
weird
red is
correlation with
red is
red and
statistic.
accidents.
Red
Yeah.
is faster.
There's a correlation. There's a correlation between red cars going faster, red cars being in more accidents, and red cars being pulled over by police more than other cars.
What kind of weird racial profiling are we getting into?
Yeah, you know it's pretty bad when the cars get racially profiled.
Right. Well, like I know like just guys in general for the first like 5 years have insane, like compared to
Oh,
women
dude, yeah.
for insurance. It's insane.
It's
See,
actually
the funniest
opposite
part
over
is-
here. I'm fairly sure it's opposite over here. Because,
Really?
yeah.
Is it because you guys have more masculine women?
Probably.
I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not making a statement for Australia as a whole. I'm saying like, is that why? Like, do you guys have more masculine women?
No, they have more masculine women and more feminine men. Look at
Mm.
Jesse.
Yeah, yeah,
Have you left the country before?
No, I have not. And with the Navy, I probably won't be. They're probably just gonna stick me in an office somewhere with a bunch of radios.
Damn. Is that what you want?
I mean, that would make streaming a whole lot easier because it's
That's
pretty
true.
much just gonna be a normal 9 to 5 with like every now and then having like an overnight watch or some shit.
What if like your streaming like really takes off and then you make a lot of money from it? Would you be interested in doing that instead of what you're doing now?
Oh yeah, I joined this as something to like further my life,
Mhm.
but like one of my big things that I'm really like excited for with this whole career thing is I want to be able to have like the tags in there multilingual, have
Yeah.
English and Arabic,
Yeah,
because like that's not
that's-
something you see a
yeah.
lot stateside.
that's something
Yeah.
that's something that I thought of when you were talking about the different languages you know. And are you planning on learning more after Arabic?
Yeah. So I had actually come in with the intent of learning Russian.
You should learn Welsh.
That's a cool language. Suka bleta.
And I've learned from a lot of my
Tripolowski.
friends
Tripolowski. Russian
that
Gopnik.
that
That'll be
the
a good
Russian
stream
language
title.
is really, really complicated. There's lots of different cases to conjugate for.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be fair, it's pretty much the same way for Arabic, but for some reason, the Russian course has a higher dropout rate.
I was interested in learning languages. I still am. I want to learn Japanese first, but from what I heard that the Russian language is like the hardest language to learn. But
I
besides
wouldn't say
English,
it's the
apparently,
hardest.
but I don't know because I just grew up speaking English. But apparently, English is also extremely hard to learn.
So from everything that I've heard from talking to different service members here, because there's people of all branches here. It's an army base, but there's every branch here.
Right.
From everything I've learned, it's Chinese Mandarin that's the hardest because they don't actually have an alphabet. It's a series of characters that mean different things. It's not phonetic. So like our
Oh.
alphabet, it's each letter has its own sound.
Mhm.
With them, each letter has its own meaning. So like for God, I guess seahorse, it would probably be like the character for water and then the character for horse.
Oh, that's interesting.
Hmm.
Damn. I mean, what you've heard is a lot more credible than me because I just use the internet and you got like actual learning people and shit. But still, that's damn. See, that's what's interesting because like in my arrogance, I thought that like Japanese, Korean, Chinese, all those languages were structurally similar, but it appears that they are not.
That's with that, like, that's something that I assume too. I'm sure most people assume because
Well,
they're all in the Asian sphere, if that makes sense.
right. Like
Just like-
Japanese
yeah.
has 3 different alphabets.
Yeah.
So
They have
mean-
like not only that, they also have different like formality levels of speaking.
yeah,
Like speaking to like your friends, speaking to your family, and then like speaking to your boss.
right. The entire way, which is interesting because like I don't know. Do we have any like kind of example of that like in English? Like other than like we have like calling
Yeah.
people sir, but like
I think that's pretty much all we really have.
but for them it's
other
like
than,
an
like-
entirely
We just have different words for like different people, or
Right.
Yeah. So like usually with
we'll
someone
phrase
that
things
you-
differently.
Yeah. Usually with someone that you're trying to like impress, like a boss or something, you use more of a higher level vocabulary than you would with just your friends.
Yeah, it's
And
Right.
like you leave out a lot of the cursing too.
one of
Right.
one of our bosses. Me and Tyler, we're coworkers in real life. One of our bosses, Tyler knows who I'm talking about, Baldy.
Okay.
Baldy beard.
Yeah.
He's just one of the guys. He's legit
Yeah.
just one of the guys.
that
He
is
walked
true.
up to Brandon, who I actually streamed Tarkov with last night. He's a coworker of mine and Tyler's. He walked up to Brandon. He said, "Hey, did you sit in sugar? Because you got a sweet ass." Just at work on the clock. One of our
Well,
bosses.
He's just a really
Bro.
chill guy.
I was joking around about this is like a year and a half ago. I was joking about making a mixtape, and that boss came up to me and he's like, "Hey, do you need someone to break dance? I can put a fucking stocking cap on my bald head and start spinning around. I can do backup vocals. I can get you bitches."
That's great.
I went.
You know the funniest
I'm
part
the funniest dude.
the funniest part about that line you said Brandon used, that was actually
No,
in
the
one of our
the boss said that to Brandon.
Wait, the boss said that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's even better. But funny enough, that exact line is in one of our sexual harassment trainings. Because
The
apparently they have to
ass
teach
one?
us not to sexually harass people. Yes. The pile of sugar.
I mean, yes, you are. It's like the armed forces and whatnot, one of the branches, but I mean, it still technically is like a job, so I think it still applies to all the other fucking job jargon with like
we
sexual harassment and all that other
Yeah.
shit.
we recently
just
had
thought
to
it was funny.
watch harassment and sexual harassment videos because of an incident at work.
It
And
wasn't because.
they picked the worst fucking videos to show us.
Oh my god! It was like it's like obviously you shouldn't do this. Like it was like a boss walking
No,
up.
and they were cringy as fuck too.
He's like,
so-
you know why you took this position? And the boss puts his arm on her shoulder.
And they're like overacting it, and it's something that it's fucked up, and like it should be serious. But
you
I
can't
I
fake
started-
being
I
sexually
chuckled.
harassed.
I chuckled. I
Yeah.
started fucking laughing at one of them because it's like, what the fuck is
Well,
this?
the thing is, like, being sexually harassed is something that's so serious that, like,
Mhm.
you can't fake that because the tone of voice and the way you would react would be so specific.
Mhm.
You can't fucking, oh no, don't touch me there.
Don't touch me there. That's my
Yeah.
no square.
Fuck your no square, dog.
So on the streaming side of it, what has come to be your favorite game to stream as of lately, or when you were streaming?
Honestly, I I just haven't found like any one particular game that I've just really liked to stream. I've always kept a really open mind when it comes to streaming games. Like
Mm-hmm.
in my Twitch bio, like I say my motto is you name it, I game it. I'll play damn near anything.
I don't know if you were in before, but I got DJ to try Crusader Kings, and it seems like he enjoys it.
Oh fuck yeah.
Last time we
Shit's
played
fun as
it,
fuck.
like I seduced 3 of his wives in a row, and he got really mad, and it was funny.
I've
I
never played
tried
that
for the
game.
longest to try and seduce his wife, but by the time I did, she couldn't produce a child.
And
She was like 70
DJ
by
had
the time I could
DJ had
tap it.
DJ had murdered 2 of his wives and 3 bastard children.
Is that
He
that
had just
game that
executed them.
it looks like Civ
Mate, you
when
got the
you're playing
UAV.
it?
You should be
It
able to
does
find
not
the
look
other
like
one.
Civ. It's like it's the one you've seen me play on stream, where
Yeah.
it's the overlook of Europe, Africa, India, parts of Asia.
Yeah. You used to play Mordhau?
I haven't played that in a while.
Oh, that's such a fun game.
It is. I remember when Mordhau first came out, it was before I started streaming.
Yep,
Right
we
right
played-
before I met Captain K.
When it
And me and Ben were excited for it because we had like gone back in time and played Chivalry
yeah.
and just had our ears blown out because if you shoot someone in the head with an arrow in Chivalry, it's just the loudest fucking noise on the planet.
Yeah.
It's just a crunch. It's so and there's no way to turn it down. So we had gone back and fucked around with that, and then we picked up Mordhau and loved it. And Tyler was iffy, but someone gifted it to you. I don't remember. It wasn't me.
Ben
Ben gifted it to
Ben
you,
gave it to
and
me.
you just came in with a fucking dagger and started loving it, just jabbing
Yeah,
at
well,
people for hours.
because there wasn't like I don't know what there is to balancing that game, but like there's certain like the Zweihander. I remember seeing this dude. I don't know if he was cheating or what, or if he was just really good at the game. But he would just like swing it around, and like his head would be looking up, and his body would just be moving. He'd be like dancing and swinging like this,
Just
and like
murdering everyone.
and like he would just run through crowds of people, and like he would emerge with like 10 dead people behind him, just spinning in circles like he didn't give a fuck with his sword. There was no method to it.
I remember when the game first came out, and it was just me and Ben. I think Brandon bought it too. So it was me, Ben, and Brandon. And on the other team, there was just a guy with the executioner sword, which is sharp on the sides, but it's supposed to be blunt on top. It's kind of a rectangle blade. It's what you use for chopping people's heads off. And fucking, there was the guy on the other team with it. And right when the game came out, that sword was fucking broken. Like, it
Yeah.
was the most broken fucking thing.
Yep.
And the guy would just stand in place and sit there and spin. And he took out our entire team all at once, multiple fucking times.
Yeah, maybe that's the one I'm thinking of, not the Zweihander.
And
But
me,
he would just
we
spin
were
in
like,
circles.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. I remember because it looked like he wasn't trying, but everyone was trying to kill him. But they
Yeah.
it's like he just had a force field where people just get close and they just dropped. Like, there was no that game was legendary. I love that shit.
Speaking of like medieval games with kind of derpy physics, Brock, do you play Mount and Blade?
I've never played Mountain Blade.
Oh,
That game looks fun.
I started with the first one. My old roommate recommended it to me,
Mhm.
and it was just one of the most like derpy fucking medieval combat games that I've ever seen. Because like you kind of go through the towns like recruiting dudes for your army, and then you ride into battle on your horse with all these like foot soldiers and shit around you, and you just get into battle, and it's just constantly the same like loop of this one fucking just audio clip. Ah!
I was laughing at Luke. I'm sorry.
I was yawning,
Just
sorry.
a fucking yawn. His nose like stretched out half his face.
What time is it for you, Luke?
2:12 p.m.
Oh, it's 2 in the afternoon. Okay,
Yeah.
I should know this. It's the same time for you every time.
It's currently 9:12 p.m.
Do you
1912 for me.
Yeah, it's 1700, right?
7 p.m.?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you take off too. I worked at
7
McDonald's
p.m.
for a while. I now know military time because of it.
Yeah, this dude, Bronze Star, right here. Here, let me tack it on for you.
I mean, have you ever worked at McDonald's?
No, but I did work at Moe's.
What is Moe's?
It's like Chipotle and Qdoba, but I think it's better. That's what I grew up on.
I don't know what Qdoba. I know what Chipotle is because of white girls, but
You see, Chipotle here is just Pancheros. I had Chipotle in Arizona, and like
Wait.
Pancheros is better.
wait, can you say
It's-
that one more time?
Chipotle is Pancheros.
No, just the one word. How do you pronounce it?
It's Pancheros or Poncheros. I pronounce it both ways.
Poncheros. It's Poncheros.
Both ways. I pronounce it both ways.
That's like a white lady who's like, "Oh my God, come get your tacos on a corn tortilla." like come to Pancheros,
Come to Ponch.
Ponch. So we call it Ponch. We don't call it Panch. Imagine saying Panch. Come to Panch.
Panch champ.
It's like I'm gonna go put my Panch on.
Okay, so we're just talking about Pokemon now, I guess.
No, Panch,
exactly.
Panch champ. It's a burrito with the pog face.
You
What
guys
do you,
actually sound like iDubbbz.
Another
European
weird
voice.
nerd joke from me.
Have any of you guys managed to snag one of the newer consoles?
No, I have not.
I have no
Yeah.
real desire to right now.
Have you
Yeah,
seen
same.
the?
I've got a PC.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Have you guys seen the insane?
I might have to pick it up for God of War though, when that comes out.
There's a new God of War.
Yeah, we're working.
All right, hell yeah. Have you seen the like scalper situation that's going on right now with the PlayStation
Oh, yeah.
5s?
Oh yeah.
Someone on
Oh yeah.
someone on my block on Facebook Marketplace is selling. They have 30 PS5s, and they're selling them 900 apiece. Meanwhile, no one I
Supply
know
and
can
demand.
find one. No,
Supply and
it's
demand, bro.
no fuck. It's not supply and
That's
demand.
just being a dick.
They're
It is being a dick, but
they're
at the
creating
same time,
no. That argument is straight up bullshit because they are creating the demand by taking the supply. Like
yes,
obviously,
They're
yes,
creating.
it's supply and demand.
It's
Anything
supply and
you
demand.
sell, yeah. But what does that mean? Like when I okay, that's what makes me I get heated about this. When I see this argument online, when people are like, it's just supply and demand, it's the way of the world. Well, it's like obviously it's supply and demand. When you sell anything, there's a factor of supply and demand to it. The issue is not that it's supply and demand. It's what they're doing with the supply to generate the demand that is so frustrating. It's not, oh, it's just supply and demand. It's like if someone fucking gets drunk and drives a car and kills your whole family. It's like they were just driving a car, bro. They had a license.
It's
Obviously,
just natural selection.
like obviously driving cars is a thing, but the bad part is when you run over children. So obviously supply and demand is a thing, but the bad part is when they buy all the fucking PlayStations and then no one can fucking get one.
I like how you just
I
compared
gotta look-
buying
I-
a PlayStation to someone running over a family.
I mean,
I love getting Tyler heated because it's
No,
just funny
well,
watching
it's
him
like-
go off.
I get so pissed about it. I'm not even gonna buy one, but I just get so pissed because it's like I see that argument and then it's like, bro, come on. Obviously, it's supply and
there's-
demand.
There's two factors to it. The way he's doing it, it is supply and demand, but it's also a dick fucking move, right?
Well, no,
It's
because
not
even
something you should do.
even saying it like that, like there's not two factors to it. There's one factor. It's that he's being a dick. The supply and demand part isn't even a factor. That's just what happens when you sell something. There's
So
supply and
time out,
demand
time
for
out,
anything.
time out. I have a question then.
Okay.
If it instead of an individual civilian doing it, what if a distributor was doing it?
Yeah, if they were selling them for fucking 900 a piece, we'd all be pissed. That's the problem.
Yes, but does the supply and demand argument change if it's an individual doing it
No,
versus
it
the
doesn't change.
producer and distributor?
No, it doesn't change because if the PlayStation 5 was $900, people would still be pissed because
But
that
people
is
would
a
still buy it.
fucking sure, but not the same amount of
Like
people.
Apple.
The problem here is that it could be gotten for way cheaper from the official source, but instead there's people that fucking I don't know. I get so heated about it.
All right, we're gonna talk about gas price, supply and demand now.
All right. Fuck gas prices. Everybody get a Tesla.
Nah, you see, I
I'm
like to hear.
trying
I
to,
like to hear
man.
my vehicle.
Same.
Honestly, I like to hear my vehicle.
You like to hear your vehicle? Fucking put a horn on it. Like
I can't lay on my horn the entire time,
Take-
Tyler.
take a fucking soda bottle and shove it between your tire like you did on your bike to make it sound like a motorcycle.
On
Did you
my
ever do that?
bike. No.
Did you never do that? You
No.
fucking take a pop. Did
I
any of you
did
guys?
it.
You know what I'm talking about? Okay, so you
Uh-huh.
take a fucking pop bottle and you shove it between your rear tire and the bike so it just sits there. But as your bike goes around, it grinds on it and it makes a loud sound and it sounds like a motorcycle. I don't want a Tesla because of the quietness. I want a Tesla because of the electronic aspect to it. I'm not using gas. They go vroom very, very fast. They're safer and Papa Space Daddy Elon. What did I miss? I looked away for 1 second.
Luke almost fell out of his fucking chair.
Luke, are you sober right now?
Possibly.
All right.
That's staying in. That's staying in.
I was gonna say, if you don't keep that in, at least just clip it and send it to me. I want that.
Exactly.
That is staying in.
I just need that clip of Luke almost falling over, and that will be my new host alert.
The
Just
Green screen that thing.
it'll be the donation alert. Actually, I don't have an alert for donation.
It's fine. You're not gonna need one. Oh no, I'm kidding. Okay. I kid.
Tyler. Okay.
I'm one of your
Okay.
biggest donators. Chill, dog.
Okay.
I get it.
I mean, if you want a host alert, I've got a minigun next to me. We can make that happen.
That'd be beautiful.
Take it away, Brock.
Take it away.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Going back to what we were saying earlier, when DJ was talking about languages that he knows and that he's also going to be learning or wants to learn. If you do end up going full with streaming, like there's not a lot of people. Jesus Christ, Luke.
We can still hear you.
Apologize.
There's not a lot of people, especially in like English speaking, like US based streamers, that have a bunch of languages that they know. and
Yo, you
are
should do like an
fluent
Arabic
or
only
relatively
stream.
Fluent in.
Yeah, and some days I mean, that's kind of what I was planning on doing. Like, if I ever get really fluent with a language, just go off in that language and just be like, "Hey, warning, this language only."
Does every language have a word for simp?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. DJ, can you give us a phrase in Arabic? Just a sentence.
أنا جندي في القوات البحرية الأمريكية.
Now, what'd you say?
I said I
No,
am a soldier
don't say it. Don't
in the
say it. We'll get the
American
Arabic.
Navy.
What'd you say?
I said I'm a soldier in the American Navy.
How do
Oh,
you?
okay.
Never mind. I'm not gonna go there.
Give us a phrase in German if you remember that.
Wie Ruben nach Heil.
Oh, it's a potty pots.
I'm
So-
sorry, I can't do that right now.
Do you ever?
Just
Do you ever?
Tyler, can you do that again?
No.
If not,
I
if
took
not,
2 years of German in high school, and I don't know any German.
if not, Luke, I need you to take a clip of that and send it to me as well. Just Tyler going,
I said pass the juice, not gas the juice.
Have you, since you know German, have you went back and watched those old videos of Hitler like ranting to people? Like,
See, I was never taught German to the extent that I'm being taught Arabic. So
oh,
like
I see.
the way I was taught German, the goal of it was to be like, hey, if I dropped you in Berlin, could you survive for a week on your own?
Oh, I see.
Whereas here, it's like that higher level shit. Like I have to be able to debate like my own opinion on some subject.
in
Oh,
Arabic.
Like
I see.
that, like I don't know, a new economic policy in Kuwait
So
or something like that.
you, the overall goal is to learn a lot of languages, but what languages you learn is also like highly dependent on like what you're doing in the Navy right now.
Yeah,
I'm
so
assuming that's why you learned Arabic.
yeah, the way it works from our side, when we get to boot camp, we talk with somebody who's in our field. It's usually like an E7. They'll be like, all right, here's what we offer. Give us like three that you want to learn, rank them from 1 to 3, and then you might get one of those. Me, I did not. My top 3 were Russian, Korean, and Farsi.
Farsi?
And yeah,
What is
Persian
Farsi?
Farsi.
Explain Farsi to Tyler, because I'm not 100%, but I know the gist.
So Persian Farsi is the official language of Iran. And it's kind of stupid as to why I wanted to learn it, but I used to play Rainbow Six Siege a lot, and my favorite character was Maverick, and he spoke in Farsi sometimes, and I wanted to be able to cosplay him and actually say those lines.
When do you get like how does time off work?
Leave?
Okay, so
Yeah, like
the way our leave works is every paycheck, which is biweekly, we get, I want to say it's a day and a half of leave time. And so you can accrue that over 2 years for a maximum of 60 days of leave. If if you go over your maximum, you have to use whatever you've gained over 60 before the end of that fiscal year, or you lose it. And then to just take leave, um, the way it works here is because this school is really long. We usually get to take 1 week between our first and second semester, and then we get to take 2 weeks off during the holidays, and that's next weekend for me.
mm-hmm.
And so you just route up a request for that and cross your fingers that it gets approved.
Is it different when you're in like quote unquote school like you are compared to like
Uh,
just stationed on a base?
yeah. So if you're just stationed somewhere, you can pretty much apply for it or just send up a request for it at pretty much any time. Um, because like there, depending on like how your command is going and how many of your specific job they have there, they could be like, oh, hey, we've got like 20 other dudes that could do the exact same thing you're doing. You can go ahead and take like 2 weeks or a month. Or if they're short on dudes and they're expecting to get some more, they'll be like, give it a month or two and try again.
Huh.
Whereas here, they've pretty much always got a steady supply of people, and it's like, hey, these are the specific times where we allow you to request for that.
What's the most you've ever taken off at once?
It will actually be this next weekend, 2 weeks.
Damn.
Last year,
Weeks.
around this time, I didn't have very much leave uh, saved up because I only had like 3 pay periods worth of leave, so like 10 days. And my grandma's health wasn't the best at that time. So I just took like a week, saved 3 days of my leave. And so I was here for half of that time, which funny enough, I actually got put on watch while I was still here. And I was sitting in an office in uniform from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Um, on Christmas Eve night and into Christmas morning last year.
Damn. Does that?
But I got to spend New Year's with my family.
Do you guys get like holiday pay? Like, does that week bigger?
Honestly, not really. The biggest things we get are like hazard pay, sub pay, and combat pay or separation pay, like separation from your family if
Oh.
you're married and have kids.
We
So,
at mine and Tyler's job, we don't even get hazard pay. We probably should, but
wait. Oh, for like working through COVID?
mhm, especially since they're
Oh,
making
we're
us
not
abide
getting
by
hazard
all the
pay for that.
regulations and shit. Yeah, technically
We're
we should be getting hazard pay, but we're not.
Yeah,
What?
no, they just give us all these rules to follow on base, and if we don't follow them, we get in trouble. But
Damn.
for us, hazard pay is like, um, I guess just working in like an industrial area that requires more than just your steel toe boots.
Oh,
So
so
I
you
guess
get
like
when you have
working in the
extra
underbelly of
precautions.
a ship, maybe.
I see. So, have you been in a submarine before then?
No, I actually haven't even been on a real ship yet.
And it's been a year?
Yeah, my school's a year and a half long, and then they just added an extra 3 months onto that at my next duty station.
Oh my gosh. Do you
Where
get
are you
moved
going
around?
next?
I'm going to Texas next for 3 months. That is if I pass. Um, yeah, that's a conditional thing. Um, so if I pass, they'll send me to Texas, and I'll be there for like 3 months learning the like radio side of my job. Um,
Okay.
yeah, just getting used to working in that part.
So, do you like get sent around to a bunch of different places?
So usually, depending on your job, before you get to your first actual duty station, that isn't like a training place, you usually have one or two places. Originally, this was just going to be the one for my job, but they just started up sending us to the secondary thing. And then, like, if you want to be a medic for the Navy, you go to this one place, and then they determine if you're going to be like, um, if you're going to actually be working out in the field or if you're going to be in a hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on that, they're either going to send you straight to the hospital or they're going to send you to like combat training. That's also like with me, if I get a certain kind of orders, like if I get sub orders, they're going to send me to sub school. If I get aircrew orders, they're going to send me to SEER, which is like our anti-interrogation and survival school, where they'd probably like waterboard me or some shit like that.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, they're
Have you
gonna
ever
put you through that fucking Chinese drip torture.
Yeah, pretty
Dude,
much.
I'd go
have you
insane.
been waterboarded?
No, I have not. Well, I mean, I like to say that I have because when I first joined up, I didn't know how to swim. And the instructors at the combat pool and boot camp did not take very kindly to that. And so for our basic swim qual, you have to jump off of a 12-foot platform into 12 feet of water and surface without panicking, and then swim 100 meters.
So,
Yeah, that was hard for me. I got pushed off twice mid conversation with somebody. So I went to the combat pool a lot.
fuck that. Oh my god.
Mm.
Every time I hear any like with all due respect, I'm not but anytime I hear anything about anything regarding any one of the branches and shit, it's like nope, not me. Fuck that shit.
What part of California are you stationed in?
I'm in Monterey right now, which
Okay.
is like central-ish, like northern central.
Okay.
Um,
I got a buddy who's in the Marines. I think he's just about to hit his first year, and I think he's stationed San Diego. I'm not 100%.
yeah, probably 29 Palms.
Are you from
Um,
California?
No, he
no,
said he
I'm
was from
actually from
Georgia.
Georgia.
So
My Marine
how?
buddy's from North Carolina.
Okay, damn.
East Coast boys.
You get to travel though. That's pretty cool. I guess a
Yeah,
bit.
that was probably one of the biggest selling points that my recruiter loved to use was like, "Hey, you get to travel with us." I'm like, "Yeah, that's pretty much every branch though, isn't
I,
it?"
yeah,
Dude, the
I,
recruiters lie to you so much.
yo, I,
Oh
it
yeah.
kind of makes me mad, like the whole way that like I've fucking had an entire conversation with a guy in the and
Valid.
like, and then he springs the card like, hey man, like the army shit. Like I was just sitting there fucking looking for a record player because I wanted to buy a record player. And he just comes up to me like, hey man, you looking for a record player? And I thought he was just trying to help me and be nice. And he gave me a bunch of suggestions and shit and just started talking about shit. I was like, all right, cool, this is cool. And then he's like, so you ever think about joining the army? And I was like, fuck. And then I had that like, how am I going to politely walk myself out of this conversation and never speak to this guy again? And
I've seen a lot of memes about this lately, and
yeah,
it's funny as shit.
and I
Bad.
as soon as soon as he fucking brought up the army thing, I I lost all interest. I wanted to be respectful, but I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. And he's like, so what's your 5-year plan and all this shit? And it's like, I'm not gonna tell this guy in the middle of Walmart what my life plan is. I'm not gonna join your shit. Whatever. I walk away, forget about him. 2 weeks later, this guy adds me on Facebook. How the fuck? My name is Tyler, and I told him that off of my name. So he adds me on Facebook. He fucking messages me. I block him immediately. He texts me. How did he get my number? Who knows? I block the number. Now I completely forget about it. It's funny we talk about this because 1 month ago, I opened up Instagram for the first time ever, but I had the account because it was linked to my Facebook. Guess who the fuck is following me on Instagram? This fucking army. I mean, I'm sure he fucking followed me back when, like, forever ago when I fucking talked to him, but I never got on Instagram, so I never saw it. And then it made me think of that, and I just got really mad. And
Yeah, I'm not
so,
gonna lie. I have several profiles on pretty much any social media thing I have. I think the only one I don't is Snapchat,
yeah,
but it's for reasons like that.
they
It's
just
just
follow you.
because people will creep in every
Hmm.
situation.
Well, I imagine they get paid quite a bit when they get somebody to recruit. So
Oh yeah, they got quotas to meet. Trust me.
yeah,
I'm still friends with the Marine recruiter that would come to my high school. He was a cool
no,
dude.
Oh yeah, I have a Marine recruiter on Snap. I never even talked to this dude.
He
I don't.
he was a cool dude. He'd come up and they'd bring in challenges for us, right? Just for the recruiter booths in high school for lunch. Like sometimes it'd be the pull up bar. Sometimes it'd be they'd fill up these like ammo cans, like these big fucking 1,000 round ammo cans full of sand and rocks, and
Yeah,
you'd go up against someone else and you'd have to see how many times you could fucking uh
how many presses you can
yeah,
do?
how many
Yeah.
presses you can do. I was undefeated.
So funny enough, that's actually part of their combat training tests. Like the army does the ammo can lifts. They do uh, they do a tire drag. They have all sorts of just weird shit that probably would only be useful on the battlefield. But there's some of these dudes who absolutely just grind their asses off to get as high of a score as they can on that because that's their way of flexing
Yeah.
when they're the same
Fuck 'em.
rank as everyone else.
Did you ever have those kids in high school with the recruiter things, right? Where they'd bring in like the pull up bar? where
Oh yeah.
like a bigger guy like me, where it's a hell of a lot harder for me to do pull-ups
Yeah,
because
and
of
the
all
tiny kid
because
does
of all
like
the weight.
50 pull-ups.
And then the tiny kid does like 50 pull-ups and starts talking shit. Dude, I almost beat the fuck out of this kid once because he's
You
like,
think that's bad?
hey, strong man, why the fuck can't you do it? It's because I'm lifting 150 pounds more than what you fucking weigh, jackass. I almost beat the
Bro,
kid's ass. He made me so mad.
funny story. I was the biggest dude in my division in boot camp, and one night I'm on watch, and literally the shortest dude in my division talks the maddest shit. He
It's
won't shut up
tiny
all night.
person syndrome.
He
Tyler
won't
just
shut
for some reason doesn't have it.
and I hear one of the important people coming, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hear one of the important people coming, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, go to bed. And he decides to get in my face. So I took exception to that, and I shoved him the fuck off of me. And it actually woke up a couple people, and they came to separate us real quick. And the important dude walks in. He's like, what the actual fuck is going on here? I don't know how, but we got away without getting smoked. They did not
Are they allowed
PT
to
us.
hit you?
Contrary to popular belief, no.
Okay. I knew that back in the day they did.
Make us hurt. They can make us hurt for sure.
Yeah.
So the way it works with the Navy is your petty officers will have these cards. And on these cards are several different exercises that if you do enough reps, that shit will hurt. Like one time we got beat and I'm sitting in an air chair for about 45 minutes. My knees were wobbling and giving out on me the entire rest of that day and into the next day.
Damn. Do you have you so since joining and like actually like being there and all that shit, have you gained like significant like muscle mass in comparison to before you joined?
I haven't really gained a lot of muscle mass, but I actually have lost about 30 pounds since I joined. Which
Yeah.
I was kind of a chonker before I joined up.
Do they
I was one of the boys that was going to be on the fat boy program.
when it comes to like your diet and stuff, like do they because obviously like if you're gonna be in like the Navy or the Army, I'd imagine they want you in like the best shape. Do they coach you guys on like how to like eat healthy and shit like that? Or is it just get what you want from wherever?
So in boot camp, they have a system as like a suggestion of what you should be eating.
Mm-hmm.
The healthier dishes are green. If it's somewhere in between, it's yellow. And if it's unhealthy, it's red. Funny enough, I lost that 30 pounds eating just red items.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
It probably doesn't help that I was running for probably the majority of the time I was in boot camp,
Mm-hmm.
but it that's pretty much how it went for me. Um, they have the same thing at the Chow Hall here, with the red, yellow, and green. But like, if you're just out living on your own, nobody's gonna tell you what to eat.
Oh, that's
And
right.
but if you do feel like you're gaining weight and not in a good way, there's people you can talk to where you can get an appointment with a dietitian and you can actually like you have a lot of resources
Yeah.
in the military
It's
to
so much
fix the
easier to
various problems that you
it
have.
seems like it's so much easier to go and see a doctor in the military because your medical
Oh
is all
yeah,
paid for
they
you.
might not be the best
Yeah,
doctors.
but at the
I
same
will tell
time,
you that for sure.
your medical is all paid for you,
Yeah,
which is
like
insane.
I went to Rite Aid and got my flu vaccines for free.
My buddy broke his
I
nose and has a $3,000 hospital bill
Yeah,
with
there was
insurance.
something like that. And like I'm getting free physical therapy because apparently the entire right side of my body has severe flexibility issues, which is funny because I can put my right foot behind my head. But
Do you know what
those
that's from?
issues, I probably from boot camp, having to run pretty much 24/7 in steel toe boots on concrete.
Yeah.
Um,
Drastic
and
changes like that aren't good for the body. You have to work up to shit like that.
plus, I wasn't much of a runner before I signed my contract, anyways.
Right.
But it like that that weakness and flexibility has actually caused serious like knee problems. Like I've done like 4 PT tests here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for the Navy, it's a 1.5 mile run for one of the portions. And pretty much every time my knee gives out about halfway, like it actually buckles, and then I get up and continue going.
Mm-hmm.
And it like it's terrible. Like
Damn.
and it started in boot camp. It did. I wore a brace for like 3 days with some painkillers, and they were like, "All right, you're good." I go back to the doctor like 2 weeks later because it happened again.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "Oh, it's this." When the first time they said it was that.
Oh.
So
Then there's
honest,
just my fat ass.
yeah, honestly,
You were
Arthritis and
muscle, but then you kind of
talking about me? I'm still muscle, baby. What you talking about?
yeah, but you're kind of you're kind of slipping.
I'm still a large guy.
From
But
the
you're
waist up, I'm squishy. My legs though are fucking powerful.
bro. I
I
got
was
dummy thick
wrestling.
calves.
I
Luke.
was wrestling with a Marine,
Luke.
and I locked his head in with my legs, and he passed out. He couldn't even fucking tap.
Ah, jeez. So like, you're the kind of guy that like, if you were a woman, guys would want you to squish their heads right between your thighs. You got that. Yeah.
I've met enough gay dudes that have wanted that. Yeah, funny
Hell
enough,
yeah.
they call this place the Desperate Love Institute. I'm having a hard time finding a girl where apparently I'm just magnet. I'm magnetic to the gay guys here.
I mean, you got maybe you got like real top energy or some shit. You know, they're like, I want this guy to just thrust. I don't know. Luke, you're pretty you're
Okay,
pretty chill
that's
over
it.
there.
I'm getting the minigun.
You got look, man. All I'm saying is you got big power top energy. You know.
Yeah, keep talking. Keep those resistance privileges.
You gotta keep those.
This thing's fucking set, dog.
Thank you for your service.
How tall are you, DJ?
I am 6'4".
Holy
Jesus
shit!
fucking Christ!
Really? Really? Stand up. Stand up.
Stand up right now.
Wow.
Wow, that's a nice dolphin.
Do you have a movable webcam?
He used
Hold
his
up.
phone.
Guy, when he puts his headphones back on, hold on. Let me say something. I gotta ask him a question.
We can't.
We can't hear
him.
you.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Oh no.
I forgot you guys couldn't hear a word I said because I'm on
Hey. Okay, hold on. So I have a question.
Yeah.
Since you use your phone as a webcam, is it possible that you could give us a little tour of your place?
It's not my phone actually. It's actually a webcam.
Oh, it is a webcam.
I
Damn it.
Phone because of how you picked it up.
Yeah, no, it's a Logitech C920. It's just like resting on my monitor.
Do you have no windows in your room?
How does everyone have a C920 but I can't?
I have 3 technically, but only one is on my side of the room.
Oh, I see. I don't know why I had this idea base that that like you were bunkered in like underground. But
Yeah, no.
I see.
I'm on the 3rd floor of my building.
Oh, I see.
God damn it, Luke.
My microphone.
Brock, what's this webcam thing?
What, Tyler?
What's this webcam thing you were bitching about?
I'm just pissed. I can't get a C920.
Is that a good
Fucking
webcam?
everyone else can. I have a
What?
C510. This fucker came out in 2010.
Hold on, let me.
I mean, to be fair, I just recently upgraded to this because I had some old shitty ass like 2004 Logitech, and I used it a lot when I was still just streaming through my Xbox, like before I got my capture card, and it was rough. I'll tell you that. That's for sure. I had so many issues with that camera. Trying to get it to focus was a bitch. I still don't know how to get this to focus when it's out of focus. But going back to my height, that's about a 6 foot tall locker that you saw me standing next to.
Okay.
I don't know the exact measurement, but yeah.
Because like I'm 6'1". I'm 6'1", sitting at 235 right now.
You're 6'1".
Yeah, I'm 6'1".
I'm 5'7". Yo, you want to hear some shit?
I'm 6'4", sitting at 190.
Allie,
Six.
my lady friend Brock, you know Allie, she went to the doctors recently and found out she has grown half an inch, and we were the exact same height, and now she's a half inch taller than me, and she will not let me live that shit down. Just
You know-
like the
you know
fact
what
that
they
she's
say
a week
about-
older
you
than
sh-
me.
You know, you know what they say about women who are taller, who become taller than their boyfriends, Tyler.
What do they say?
Women don't like short guys.
Is that some short joke I'm too tall to understand?
Yeah, Tyler.
Bro, I'm 5'7". Chill.
They like them 6 foot and taller, DJ. We got it.
We got it.
Just kidding. I'm a fucking spastic. Women don't like me.
Same, dude.
El Lucathan, Papa Luke, Senor Quiet over there.
Yes.
I gotta. What's the military like over there? Like, do you guys have the same recruiter like
They
system
don't
that we do?
They don't have militaries. They just domesticate emus.
No, so
Maybe all need for
They just
human
have
soldiers.
they have emu divisions. They have dingo divisions. They got
Dingo?
fucking- dingo.
Dang it.
They got
Dingo,
koala
that's what that
divisions.
is.
Platypi squad.
Listen. The Australians are the only ones that still specialize in chemical warfare because they have divisions of koalas that just spread chlamydia through the enemy ranks.
Oh my God.
They've also got the platypi platoons.
Yeah,
with
that's
the
their navy.
poisonous
That's
barb
their
on
navy.
back. Yeah.
no, we use.
Then they got the
sharks, so-
spiders, dude. They got the huntsman platoons. Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's their air force.
they're-
Those things will fucking catch anything.
No. Magpies are air.
It's anti-air.
Yeah, magpies and fucking- what's the other
Magpies
one?
And plovers, mate. Don't give me.
Yeah,
started.
magpie and plovers are their air
Right.
force.
So
Yeah. So I think it's fairly similar. I think it's a little bit easier than like yours, which is like, yeah.
Scuff.
I don't know much
I-
about like the recruitment system and stuff like that, but
Did you have recruiters that would come to your school?
yeah, one last week, but it wasn't. It was literally just like, oh yeah, here's all the benefits that you can get, and then they told us like not much else. They're
Bro, recruiters here will straight up lie to your fucking face.
yeah,
Like
Well-
the marine recruiter I was talking to, because I was considering it. I was considering it because I didn't know what I wanted to do. You know, my plans for college had fallen out. I didn't know if I wanted to go straight into the workforce. I figured, you know,
those guys are straight up predatory and they piss me off.
like
They
they'll
are
fucking they'll
predatory.
fucking lie to you.
The worst part is I walked straight into an ambush, man.
Luckily, my mom went to school with a couple of guys that were in the military. A couple Marines, a couple. One of them used to be a Ranger. Fucking, and I talked to them, and he's like, "Yeah, they lie to you. They tell you you can choose what job you want to do, but you're doing what they tell you to do.
yeah.
If they want you to be a fucking door kicker, you'll be a door kicker. If they want you to pilot drones, you'll pilot drones.
That's how the Marines work. The Marines, they just assign you a job. The Navy, the Army, and the Air Force, you can pick. Like I specifically chose this job. I didn't tell them, hey, this is one of the jobs I want. And they're like, we might give it to you. No, I signed a contract saying this is the job I want.
Yeah. Right now, my buddy Aaron, who's stationed in San Diego as a Marine, he I think he's door kicker.
Fuck yeah.
I think he told me that he was infantry, but
Yeah.
also that mechanic.
Okay, so he's the dude that usually works with he's in the infantry unit, but he works with some of the explosives, and some of the vehicle shit.
Yeah. I
So
think that's
like
what he told me. It's been a while. I gotta call him soon. Catch up with him.
that's usually how the like infantry mechanic thing works.
Mhm.
Because the army's kind of the same way when it comes to their infantry. They have the people who are literally.
What's that?
I think Luke's getting a bit bored with this conversation.
What'd you just
No.
throw?
No, that was
was
my
that?
hat. My hat. I'm like, okay,
Oh.
right. There's something behind my hat that I need to get to like write something down. So I just threw my hat onto the other side of the
Time
room
out.
because it's fun.
This I actually have a question I think will have an interesting answer. Luke, what is your opinion as a purebred Australian? Uh fucking
What's your
what is
opinion on women?
that's not what I was gonna say at all.
Oh,
Yeah, I like them.
like 'em?
I like 'em big. Fucking no, no,
I
Luke.
like 'em thick.
Luke, as an Australian, what is your perception on like the American military?
Uh, from what I've seen, it's all like, it's all. I can't. What is that movie called? It's the one where like the bloke's yelling at the other guy, and they're just like,
That's
Metal
just
Jacket.
about
You can't handle
Full Metal
the
Jacket.
truth.
Full Metal Jacket.
I
Sucky,
think
sucky,
that's
sucky,
I don't know. You cut out halfway through that, but
sucky, sucky, $5.
Sir, jelly donut, sir. A jelly fucking donut.
Is that a jelly donut, Private Pile?
yeah, something like that. But I feel like it's kind of like that, but I think it's less like jokey.
I couldn't take anybody seriously if they're yelling at me in an Australian accent. It's like, "Oi, I'll take a shite in your Vegemite sandwich." Like, I can't.
Luke's face just like, huh?
It sounded kind of
There
like
were
Irish
12
as
grammatical errors there. Yeah.
12 grammatical errors. Yeah, you can.
Why
Okay.
might?
Funny story on the like joke shit. We got in trouble one day because everybody was talking in the chow hall, and you're not supposed to be talking in there. And one of my petty officers has us all standing at our bunks, and he kicks the table and he's like, "Why do you suck so much?" And one of the dudes who actually had a job like in the division was like, "Because petty officer, it tastes good." And he got smoked and told to never speak a fucking again.
Have you ever seen the
So
guys that are like,
there
yeah, I'll knock out the drill sergeant, talks to me like that. There's always those.
yeah, never make it.
What?
Those guys would never fucking make it. They wouldn't even try to swing at him. They would just get fucking butthurt about it.
Fucking. So, I think this will be the last question because we're over an hour now, right, Luke?
Yeah, we're at hour and 15.
I think this will be the last question for you.
How
What
dare you.
is? I'm sorry, Tyler.
How dare you cut it short? He had
Well,
so much
what
more
do you
to
mean
say.
cut it short? We're over normal time anyway.
What does it matter? We're here to have a
We've got 2
conversation.
episodes worth of content right here.
Fucking.
It,
So what do you think about all the other divisions of the military calling the Navy pussies?
Honestly,
and have you ever sucked a dick?
no, I've never sucked
See,
it,
we have that down here, but it's with the Air Force.
but
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where are they gonna go? I mean,
it's kind of honestly, it's all just fun and games, man. Every
Yeah.
branch makes fun of every branch. We
It
fucking
seems-
call the
it seems
Coast
like
Guard
the
the Tunnel
fucking-
Pirates.
Yeah.
We've got the Marines, the Crayon Eaters. We've got the
Jughead.
Chair
Jar
Force.
Yeah.
We've got the Flatfoot Army because all they ever do is march around, and then the Gavy. That's the usual joke. I mean, even I've made some Gavy jokes.
the gravy.
No, Gavy, Tyler.
I want gravy.
Well,
No, I won't.
unfortunately, the Navy doesn't have any gravy boats for you.
Shit.
Disappointing.
So in conclusion,
It seems
fuck
like
the recruiters.
it seems like the Navy gets most of the flack though.
I don't know. The Air Force gets a lot of shit.
Yeah, but like
I can't
in
wait.
the tiers, it's like Navy, then Air Force.
I don't know, because you got to think about it. A lot of service members rag on the Coast Guard the most because
Well,
they're not even
yeah.
a real branch.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't include them.
Well, what is technically the Coast Guard?
So the Coast Guard mainly deals with like,
They're like ocean
um,
border patrol.
yeah, pretty much, and then they're cartel hunters, pretty much. It basically, if I came here for Spanish, I'd be working with the Coast Guard, translating with cartel members on some fucking sub in the middle of the Amazon fucking river.
Damn.
I feel like
Wow.
that'd be an experience, though.
I mean, yeah, that's some of the most ass kicking shit we do.
Yeah. All right.
But like, that's why I give a lot of respect to the Spanlings here.
The Spanlings?
Oh yeah, there's shortenings of every fucking language here. I'm an Arling because I'm Arabic.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's under.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, I think we're about to end it here. DJ, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much for listening to the Painfully Stupid podcast. Please like and subscribe, share with your friends, and don't call us
Or don't.
retarded. I am
Because we
Stakeout.
already know
Twitch.
that.
I am Stakeout. Find me at twitch.tv/stakeout14 and on Twitter at stakeoutix. Luke.
Mr. Bogdan on Twitch and Twitter, and that's about it. I stream sometimes, and I don't
Tyler.
post anything.
Mr. Hats Off with a Z, MRHATZOFF on YouTube.
And DJ, shout yourself out. Anything you want.
Yeah, the Offline DJ, all one word, on Twitch, and then for Twitter and Instagram, the Offline DJ TTV.
You want to shout out what you were working on before here that I sadly couldn't make it to?
Oh yeah, I just recorded my pilot episode of my own podcast, which is the Dark Side of Twitch podcast.
Whoa. Why didn't we talk about this? Why the fuck are you going to cut it short, bro?
No, because I have streams to do, and Luke has shit.
I have CK to play with him.
Yeah, DJ has Crusader Kings to play with me. When we might get one or two other people, I'm gonna hit them up after we finish here.
I have wives to fuck. Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty.
All right.
Alright.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you. We'll see you next week. Have a good one. Bye.